14. How Catholics and Protestants observe Sunday. A comparison often made between the strict observance of the Sabbath in Protestant England and its disregard in many of the largest cities of France has led to conclusions in behalf of Protestantism. Now, beside the fact that French cities can no longer be considered as Catholic cities, the difference in question arises from the fact that in England and in Protestant cities, the civil law lends its aid to the law religious and employs its power to preserve the quiet of the Lord's Day. Protestantism has nothing to do with it, has no merit in it. In fact, Protestants who live in places where there exists no such law, as in France, observe the Sunday not a whit better than bad Catholics. On the other hand, in Catholic countries, such as Spain and Italy, where the civil law works hand in hand with religious, Sunday is observed as strictly as in London, Basel, or Geneva. Add to this that in Protestant countries there are also many Catholics who, subjected to the same law, no more violate the Lord's Day than their Calvinistic or Anglican neighbors. Then, the rigid observance of the Sabbath in England and in Switzerland is merely a local fact. It is the happy working of a civil law, not a deep religious feeling. Were such a law to be enacted in France, those who now violate the sanctity of Sunday for want of a spirit of faith would act as the generality of unbelieving Englishmen do. They would observe it out of respect for authority or fear of the police. It is worth its while to remember that this observance of the Sabbath, in which, after all, the only Protestant worship consists, not only has no foundation in the Bible, but it is in flagrant contradiction with its letter, which commands rest on the Sabbath, which is Saturday. It was the Catholic Church which, by the authority of Jesus Christ, has transferred this rest to the Sunday, in remembrance of the resurrection of our Lord. Thus the observance of Sunday by the Protestants is an homage they pay in spite of themselves to the authority of the Church. I shall conclude by observing that the Lord's Day is observed with far more intelligence and Christian freedom by true Catholics than by Protestants. In London, the playing of music in one's house is forbidden. Children are forbidden to play with marbles or hoops. All public monuments are shut up. A promenade is looked upon as improper. It is Pharisaism, not fidelity.